everyone, it's me, Carol from Practical Mystic. Thanks for joining me today. This video is going to cover this very powerful full moon in Taurus and partial lunar eclipse. What I thought I would do today is talk a little bit about the influence of this eclipse. Usually when we have a lunar eclipse, and of course we are going into the end of the year, the winter endings, it's quite powerful. And the theme being in Taurus and during the winter solstice is not only endings, but integrating all that has transpired or been revealed to us, especially a month ago during that new moon phase that we went through on November 2nd, I believe. So we can expect some changes because there are other astrological aspects happening right now with Pluto, with Mars, certainly in Aquarius, where there has been this ongoing dance between Saturn and Aquarius. But this particular video, I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Universal Weight Tarot. And the reason I'm pulling 3 cards is it's going to possibly last for about 6 months, this lunar eclipse, and 1 card will be for 2 months. Then I'm also going to ask for additional information from the Lantern Oracle, and we'll see what that inspiration is for all of us as we go through this full moon phase. Being in Taurus, I will say that, again, we are looking at who we are, our sensuality, what we trust, what we value, what we may be needing to release and close the door on during this full moon. Finally burying maybe some aspects of ourselves, something going on within the family or the workplace or a relationship. I think that is all going to be coming to a culmination. As I said previously, there's been a lot going on prior months. And the lunar eclipse being so powerful, making a direct aspect whenever we have the sun and the moon. If it's in Taurus, then the opposition is Scorpio. And Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, which is also being aspected. And Pluto, the god of the underworld, says, this whole year, I've basically revealed things to you that have been laid hidden, that may have been out of your consciousness, or you may have even been in denial of. And now that we are coming to the end of this cycle, 2021, and entering into a new phase and cycle, you have to, whether you like it or not, deal with it, identify with it, understand it, and let it go. Make those changes. So this is why I believe this particular time period, today, November 19th, when we're going to be hit with this partial lunar eclipse, we know that a regular full moon is about 3 days in the making. Let's go ahead and see what the tarot has to say. So let's begin. The other thing that I'd like to say for those who are really wanting to dig in this energy, the information that they can reveal from this lunar eclipse, is to go back around the year 2011 and 2012 to see what was going on. There may have been something major closing or being revealed, or you manifested, created, gave birth to. And there could be a mirror image, a similarity, or another chapter to that this year, 2021. So if you're interested, go ahead and retrace to see where you were, who you were with, what you were doing, what happened, what major event occurred back in 2011 and 2012. All right, let me go ahead and get centered. I'm going to shuffle the cards. And like I said, I'm going to take out 3 cards and ask for the wisdom of the tarot as we individually and the collective navigate this full moon in Taurus and this partial eclipse. And our first card is the 8 of Wands. Our second card is the 3 of Cups. And our third and last card is our wish card, the 9 of Cups. Very interesting because we have no major arcana. And since I'm trying to focus in how to personally navigate and how to collectively navigate, it's telling me with the 8 of Swords that fiery energy, that inspiration, that impulse is definitely prime for movement and change. Whether or not we want to, the wands are now in the air and happening. And I can look at that in many ways. I do believe we are at a stage in our cosmic destiny, if you will, that we have signed up to be here during this time. This time, of course, reflects the changes from the Piscean age to the Aquarius age. To make a long story short, we are being downloaded with energy, with a change of consciousness, with the impetus to make changes for ourselves, for our community, and for the whole, for the one, the cosmic creation that we are in, that we are all participating in. So this is quite inspiring in that things are in motion and we don't know where they're going to land yet, because the 8 of Wands, none of those wands, none of those energy, none of those changes, none of that impetus has made landfall, so it's not grounded. So the first 2 months, I'm going to say, for this eclipse is the process of change in the air, being aware of it, working with it, because the wands also have to do with the self. See what's happening internally in you, in your body, in your chakra system, in the times of your contemplation and meditations, because there's an energy shift there. There's a revitalization. Having the 3 of Cups is beautiful, and it says that we need to unite with this main purpose. The 3 is always about getting different ideas, individuality coming together with other people, with other forces, and uniting them in the way that goes to the greater whole. So there's a feeling of compassion and unity for the cosmos, for the collective, for the world, if we come together, if we celebrate what we have, and we also maybe unite in doing what needs to be done in order to have that celebration, which of course is the card previous to that, which is the 2 coming together, making choices, making an agreement. So the 3 level says if we've done that on an individual basis, then this is our reward here in the center in the 4th month of this transition. of the lunar partial eclipse that we are under today. And then the wish card. That Nine of Cups basically says that put out there what you want and your wishes may come true, but we also have to be careful for what we wish for. As we are growing individually and as a world, as a society, we may be needing to also look at what it is that we have manifested prior, what our desires were. Were they very self-serving? Were they individual? Were they limiting in any way? Did they unite everyone, since we have a single entity here? So opening up to the possibility that we need to be more inclusive of our wishes, our intentions, our meditations, with that Nine of Cups. So I find this to be quite inspiring, beautifully illustrated for us, nothing to fear. Definitely, it is going to be emotional, but it's telling you also to have your emotions in check, to be centered. These women are dancing, but it seems like they've established some kind of groundedness because they all have different color clothing. They have inspiration, they have intellect, and they have the universal white, purity, unconsciousness, open to different desires and information. So I'm going to say, folks, that emotionally, yes, we need to do our work, we need to listen, we need to integrate, but as a whole, there is more to come with that Eight of Wands that will be revealed in the coming 6 months. So let's look at a card of inspiration from the Lantern Oracle to see some last inspiring words to guide us today. And I think what I want to do is take this card here, and it is card number 3, Wisdom in Play. Our intuition knows more than we do. Very powerful, and I think what this card is telling us is to allow the intuition, which of course, if we're looking at Jungian psychology, the fire wands are very intuitive, and allow the information that we are going to be receiving to take hold, to consider, even if it's a little foreign to us, but realize that at the 9 level, which is the last card that we drew from the tarot, that if we integrate it, then we go to the next level, which is a higher octave of the 1, the new beginnings. But we really do have to sit and contemplate the meaning of what it is we love, what it is we cherish, what it is we want to create, what we want for ourselves and for others, because 9 is the whole. It's not an individual number. It is everything and everyone. So I'm going to leave it at that, folks. Let me know if you have any thoughts, any comments, and I want to wish everyone a beautiful full moon in Taurus, and of course an understanding of this partial lunar eclipse that we are under today. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Bye for now.